Chapter 22. The King's Beasts. Now, a bit of a quiz for you, Alfred, began Nanny as the pair stood together in the middle of the vast vault at the bottom of Buckingham Palace. Can you name all 10 of the King's Beasts? Alfred sighed. The old lady could be annoying at the best of times, and this was the worst of times. She'd been working at the palace for so many years, over 2 generations, that she knew more than most about anything royal. Of course I can, he protested. I am Prince Alfred. One day I'll be king and they'll be my beasts. Go on then, she replied. A know-it-all sing-song tone crept creeping into her voice. Alfred sighed louder this time, then took a moment to gather his thoughts. Well, the Lion of England, anyone can get that one, scoffed Nanny. The Red Dragon of Wales, the Unicorn of Scotland, those are easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nanny, said the boy sharply. You are actually distracting me by interrupting me all the time. I won't say another thing, replied the old lady, looking unbearably smug. Thank you. After a moment she added, 3. You got 3. That's you saying another thing, he protested. Nanny then performed the internationally recognised mime for zipping up your mouth. The boy continued lighting up the statues one by one with his lantern to prompt him. They were all a good deal taller than he was. The white greyhound of Richmond, the white horse of Hanover, the white lion of Mortimer, and the black bull of Clarence, the falcon of the Plantagenets. Nanny nodded her head, impressed, before pointing to the last stone statue in the line. The prince took a closer look at this particular beast. It was the weirdest looking creature of all, and he knew it had the weirdest name too. He shook his head. No, he always forgets the last one. Can I give you a clue? Asked the old lady, grinning. No, he snapped. The Yale of Beaufort, she announced. That's not a clue, exclaimed Alfred. That's the actual answer. We haven't got all night. Alfred counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 statues. 9. There should be 10 King's Beasts. One is missing. The one I said the Lord Protector was using. The boy felt vindicated. Nanny swung her lantern around the vault and stopped when she spotted something. No, she said. I am sorry, my little prince, but you are wrong, quite wrong. It is here. She lifted her lantern up to the statue. What? He paced over to it. Nanny was right. The stone statue of the Griffin was standing there. The Griffin of Edward III, she announced in a smugger than smug tone. This great thing can't have been upstairs in the ballroom coming to life or some such nonsense, because it's been down here all along. Now, can we go to bed, please? Alfred was stumped. He knew what he'd seen in that ballroom. If only Nanny would believe him. The guards must have brought it back down, he protested. No, she replied. We would have heard them, and look, these great blighters weigh a ton. To prove her point, she slapped the stone. Slap. It was rock solid. The old lady shook her head. There is absolutely no way one could be carried all the way up the stairs to the ballroom and all the way down here in so little time. How can you be so sure? Asked Alfred. It's just common sense, child. Common sense was something Alfred knew he had precious little of, being a prince and all that. The boy brought his lantern up close to the statue of the Griffin. He noticed a dark patch on its head. Blood! He exclaimed. You what? Replied Nanny. This was the statue the Lord Protector was using to bring the Griffin to life. Look! There are spots of my father's blood on it. Nanny furrowed her brow before peering in for a closer look. She shook her head. That's not blood. That's a dark patch on the stone. Alfred dabbed his finger on it. Then why is it still damp? He asked, proudly showing his red-stained fingertip. It looks like dirt to me, she muttered, dismissing him again. The boy couldn't hide his frustration any more. Why is everything no with you? Nanny shook her head. My little prince, you are tired, overtired. You need to go to bed. Right now. If you really want to, we can go look in the morning, once you've had your eggy egg. You will feel right as rain. The morning may be too late. Who knows what the Lord Protector will have used his dark arts to do by then? I've heard quite enough of this nonsense, right, young man. Come on, I'm taking you right up to bed, right now. With that, she grabbed the boy sharply by the wrists. Ow! It hurt. In the struggle, he dropped his lantern on the floor. Crash! The shock of this made the pair fall silent. They listened, and to their horror, heard a noise. Rustle. They were not alone down there. Chapter 23, Impossible. Rustle. There was that noise again. Alfred and Nanny didn't say another word. Instead, she dimmed the light on her lantern until the vault was all but black. Rustle. And again, in a room as vast as the vault, it was impossible to work out exactly where a sound was coming from. Every step they took on the stone floor echoed down the rows and rows of boxes. Shunt, 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 and bounced off the walls. The sound could be coming from far away, or much closer than you think. Rustle again. Nanny indicated with her eyes where she thought the noise might be coming from, and they tiptoed through the dark towards it. Alfred's mind was racing. After what he had seen tonight, he was half expecting one of the terrifying treasures down here to come to life. A golem, an Egyptian mummy, a Native American thunderbird, an ancient Greek hydra, a 9-headed snake, Vlad the Impaler, so called because he executed thousands of people by stake, Emperor Caligula of ancient Rome, a minotaur, a cyclops, a Chinese dragon, or worst of all, the Hound of Hell, a 3-headed dog. Anything was possible. The impossible was possible. Alfred was shaking with fear. Rustle. There it was again. Perhaps it is just a rat, he kept telling himself, but it sounded way too noisy to be a rat. A giant rat, he thought. Rustle. When he and Nanny thought they were near to the source of sound, they stopped dead still. Rustle. Whatever it was hiding on the other side of the huge leather trunk. Alfred gulped. Gulp. Nanny gulped. Gulp. Nanny indicated for Alfred to have a look. Alfred shook his head. Alfred indicated for Nanny to have a look. Nanny shook her head. Nanny indicated for them to go together. They both nodded their heads. The pair held hands and tiptoed round the trunk to find... Chapter 24, The Secret Passage. Mite! Hello? She chirped from behind the leather trunk. It's you! Exclaimed Alfred, his voice echoing round the vault. Yep, it's me, replied Mite. And it's you, whoever you are. Her face was even dirtier than usual. She had a packet of something brown, no doubt swiped from the kitchen, that she was munching on. And she had got it all round her mouth. What have you got there? Demanded Nanny. Chocolate. Give me that, ordered the old lady. She went to snatch the packet and struggle began. No, protested the girl. Give me that, I said. No. Ladies, please, ordered Alfred. This is unseemly. You what? Asked Mite. It was enough of a distraction for Nanny to wrench the packet out of the girl's filthy little hands. She sniffed it. This isn't chocolate, scoffed Nanny. What is it then? Demanded Mite. Stock cubes. I did think they tasted a bit meaty. I never had chocolate before, so I don't know what it tastes like, do I? With that, the little girl snatched the packet back from the old lady and carried on munching. Ugh, exclaimed Alfred. Now, last time up in the junk room, you gave us the slip, began Nanny. You need to tell me where this secret passage is right now. You're a right bossy one, you are, was the girl's verdict. Alfred had to stifle a giggle. She was absolutely right. I said right now, said Nanny, not the least bit amused. Mite munched on some more on her stock cubes. I'll think about it. What do you mean you'll think about it? I'll let you know when I finish this. Nanny sighed and tried a different approach. If you do as I say, I will show you where all the chocolate is hidden. The girl was tempted. You will? Oh, yes. The palace has mountains of the stuff to last 100 years. You could help yourself to as many chocolate bars as you can carry. I can carry a lot. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, mint chocolate, orange chocolate, ruby chocolate, caramel chocolate, fudge chocolate, nutty chocolate. Now I want some too, said Alfred. All right, I'll show you, said Mite. Clever girl, replied Nanny. Chocolate first. Nanny sighed. The kitchen is all the way up those stairs, and I bet that underground passage is somewhere down here. You're right, said Mite. Follow me. She galloped along the vault, as the other two trailed behind. I nearly got caught earlier. There were all these guards down here, remarked the girl, moving something around in the dark. You just missed them. Alfred shot Nanny a look. I told you it was true, he said. What's true? Asked Mite. It's a long story, replied Nanny, shutting down the conversation. Not for your ears. Now, where is this secret passage? This way, chirped the girl. Right in the furthest corner of the vault was a loose stone on the floor. It's under here, said Mite, stomping the stone with her bare foot. Show me, demanded Nanny. The little girl huffed and slid the stone away. Chonk! Peering down into the gloom, all three could see a series of stone steps leading to what sounded like a river. Rush! Down there used to be part of London Underground, asked Alfred. Yeah, you can still make out some of the station names at the low tide. Piccadilly Circus, Green Park, Knight's Bridge. The Piccadilly line, exclaimed the Prince. Well, I never, said Nanny. It must be another secret escape route built during World War II. So secret nobody knew about it. Good girl. Now I want my chocolate, Mike demanded. Of course, of course. You'll have so much chocolate you'll be as sick as a dog. Yes. Here, let me take you, said the old lady, putting the girl's hand in hers. My little prince? Yes, sighed the boy. Funny name, giggled Mike. I know, he agreed. My little prince, began Nanny again. You need to go straight back to your room. But, no buts. You need to go now. But I want some chocolate too. He's not having the fudge one, argued Mike. I'll bring you up a bar just as soon as I've taken care of this little one, replied Nanny. Together they made their way out of the vault.